sniff out bait. They think and they
Whoa.
as Omega allowing them to pick the Khalid, but they pick the Baxia, and there's a rare pick in that Selena for sure.
Better.
Yes.
That's how it works.
I was gonna say, you know,
Science.
you ever hear that when you're like, I can't see when someone's blasting loud music and you're trying to park?
Oh, Tracy does catch one, and they dogpile on up Parks. Parks didn't even flicker anymore. Twisted Minds draws first blood.
Oh.
Yeah. So I really appreciate this Baxia pick.
Whoop. That is the shifting skies used by James, but Twisted Minds jump on him too. Mingwin in the back line, taking down Tracy. And Ryzen get through, but Sean pops him. And in comes Perxiva. Renmark's getting dirty. You like this.
They're always a team that, oh, someone's low.
Whoa.
Let's fight.
Mingwin with a stolen Selena ult comes in.
Oh, man.
Pops Lansu, but he gets a split.
Oh.
And Mingwin can't finish the job. Lansu lives.
Wow, I can't believe Lansu survived that. That was so many guys from Smart Omega. Better for the Queller and even the Soul Sever, but fighting for this turtle. It's up for the taking. Oh, quickly taken by MP.
Shifting skies, Omega goes for the turn. A lot of damage coming through the mount, still finding it. Sean gets taken down, Perxiva falls. That's a trade 1-for-1. James
MP
needs to get on out of here. MP does not force the issue. Smart Omega back off as well.
Yeah, good thing.
Meanwhile, MP's going to grab his purple buff, so they're just all delaying this for it eventually to lead into this massive fight for this as Mingwin holds on to the Baxia ultimate. Half health once again goes for a soft reset, but it looks like they're willing to commit now.
And there it is, the retribution, and the blazing to win by Nausea. They're backing off. James flickers back once more, and just like that, they got a stack on the Perxiva. MP the King finds him.
That was a defensive blazing duet also by
Key-Man.
It's going to be a late game thing. Maybe Omega can get like 1 or 2 members of Twisted, but in the long run, Twisted win the battle of attrition.
Whoop. They go straight for the Lord. Forcing Omega to respond, putting it that half health. Soft reset. Now they bear down on it.
Oh.
Lansu very low. Look at the back line as James hits that shifting skies, but MP the King secures it. Nausea takes him out. And they're not done. Perxiva is going to be up next on the docket. Neski takes down Lansu. 2-for-1, the trade. Yeah, Nausea finds Mingwin.
Oh!
Gets traded up for Netsuke. Gets 2 stacks. And he wants 2 of them left.
We have the long run. Pretty good recovery by Omega. Twisted Minds gets the win definitively. But the fact that Neski was able to get a stack on a Sky Piercer, double kill, took down Nausea.
Oh!
Yeah, add more to that, Netsuke. Damn!
Well, we did ask the question, is it just going to be Netsuke? Point. Let's go ahead and see if things change for the course of Twisted. Whoa, flicker used by Sean. Are they going to go for Trace? Tracy's tanky enough again at this point, but a flicker down is something. Missile arrow thrown out at James, he's going to be fine too. So it's fighting for the space, and it's, oh, Sean!
Whoa! Ryzen from out of nowhere.
Oh, unless they take out Netsuke here.
Tracy
skill
winding
use.
up, says ni hao. Right to Mingwin as he pops to Purify and pops him just as quickly.
Hey, if you can't take out Netsuke, you might as well take out Mingwin. And that's a good sign for Twisted to start up this Lord here. He did also pop the flicker, so now Netsuke doesn't have that available to be on the defense.
Honestly, I think Omega should take the risk. Try to blast someone and then get out. Never mind that.
Another arrow right to the face. Perxiva goes. James here has to repair the situation. MP the King is about to get shut down. Ryzen finds him.
It worked out. It worked out for them. Yeah, Ryzen, that was just a perfect entry with the deadly magic.
Yeah, perfect target. It does. Oh, no, it doesn't fully reset. Netsuke.
Tracy goes hunting, finds Netsuke. Nausea with a shutdown. Finds another. Gets a double, and James is the victim.
I guess threat to keep Twisted from fully committing to this. Oh,
they find. Netsuke finds Nausea first. Mingwin played the bait, and now MP the King is turning tail. Perxiva and James on his behind. They pop his immortality here. Oh man, look at the arms on James. Are they going to finish the job? He gets a surge out. Meanwhile, in another fight, Lansu and Mingwin going 1v1. Tracy and Netsuke too. And Perxiva and Ryzen throws it out. The winner crown. Tracy takes out Netsuke. Ryzen takes out the opposing retribution holder.
What?
Lansu. How did he get in there?
How is it? Leave it to Patrick Star to be the lane.
Again, it's a dirty job. Someone's got to do it. He's the only one who can afford to do it.
He's quick enough around the map. Again, even expanding rivers. So, do they blitz this?
Whoa, Twisted Minds going for the blitz. Sean forced the flicker back. Perxiva very low, pops the immortality. James and Mingwin dealing a lot of damage. Mingwin does steal away the Quella, and now the save turned off. MP the King secures. In comes the rest of them. James with the defense of that. Shifting skies, and MP the King finds Perxiva. Nosha comes in forward. BMI plus blazing duet, and now they find Netsuke. Oh, that's gotta be all but over.
Twisted Minds can march in with the Lord without the Clint. A lot of the damage that could be used for Wavefleer is gone, but they're trying.
Mingwin gets cut out. Nosha is just angry right now.
Minion wave forcing Lansu to go back, so it's just 3 members of Twisted Minds. It could be doable.
James and Ryzen got it. Down goes Ryzen. Just big game. James left. Shifting skies into the turret. It's just him. Gets the immortality pop. Blazing the wet to the face. And Twisted Minds will be first to the board.
Messy but entertaining lot for the playoffs. That's wild.
And the Rizzler comes through.
So this confirms the Rome glue.
Hand and brush a Radiant armor so that when Mingwin and Netsuke spike up, he can still survive their damage.
Whoa! Ryzen with a surge. And the RWM comes up. Down goes Lansu. Crimson Beacon, what are they looking for? The choke down and the slam on the Perxiva. 1-for-1 trade. Take a nap, Patrick.
Yeah,
and now the Zaman Force coming in.
Good zone.
Oh, and that's enough for Omega to say we're instead going to go for the turtle. The barangay secures.
Yeah.
Didn't even have to flicker for that. Now with the mirror, Nosha flickers out of the way. RWM, he's still in trouble. Crimson Beacon, where's the punish? Smacking Patrick Star down. And there's the SOD. Is Nosha going to press it? Close call, Ryzen. Offensive use of that surge will allow Netsuke to shave off some of these shields.
He doesn't have a flicker this time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's going to be Tracy to be the one to get things going.
Omega knows that Gwyn doesn't have a jump. I'm surprised that they're not initiating.
Oh, RWM, Requiem, the answer coming through. Tracy gets taken down. Mingwin scores. Perxiva gets the mount before he dies. And they take down Sean. Final slash to repair the situation. It's only Perxiva that they find. Massive gun down on MP the King as the Sever gets it. Ryzen gets a stack, and now they go for his orange.
Able to get that knockup with the Violet Requiem in. But James, if he holds on to his penalty zone, that's going to be your main counter.
Whoa, final flash.
There it is.
In comes the rest of them. Perxiva does get the mount, pushes him out of the way, and Lansu bites it. Zaman Force by Netsuke. RWM, there's the Crimson Beacon. Omega are happy with the outcome.
Already locked in for this Harith of Netsuke too. Well, it's up to Omega not to drop the ball.
RWM underneath tier 1. Requiem, but it's not going to be enough. Netsuke takes down Lansu. Tracy trades out for James. They do get the tier 3 up top. Lord still standing, quite healthy. And Omega are happy with their quarry. Zero burst.
It's zero burst.
How are you going to get stacks on Shin? Requiem coming through. In comes James and Netsuke. Down goes Nosha. Ming catches him. RWM spent well. Especially inside their base, it's tougher because there's nowhere to hide. There's no surprises for the crowd control that comes out.
Biggest surprise is going to be James.
And they don't have any flickers. 3 are down.
Yeah. Good thing James doesn't have a flicker. They got to deal with this Lord, though.
You know what? I think James has done a lot even without a flicker. Down goes that mid lane inhibitor. In comes the Requiem. Down goes Perxiva.
Oh my God.
Sean taking out Zaman Force. Netsuke just flashing on throw, and there's the penalty zone. He's wailing away. Gets taken down by the turret, and the base gets targeted, and Omega. Even the score, now 1-1. You're an assist. Not 2 walls.
He's all the walls.
But also.
Yeah, and he has damage.
Yeah. And he wasn't able to do really anything.
Yeah. Well, the main thing for this Twisted lineup is if Sean hits arrow after arrow, then that's as good as any crowd control.
Whoa! Here comes the barangay. They dogpile onto Lansu, forcing to use that Purify.
Wow.
And Perxiva a little too deep. Gets punished hard, draws first blood.
Get an automatic -1 against them and have the numbers advantage. Sean will get his first item, glowing 1, locked in on the Selena.
Ouch.
Oh, Lansu, look at this. Jumping on through, scouting everybody out. Pops Consecrate already.
Okay, James catches an arrow to the face, still says no. Does not want to take it lying down.
Smart.
And, yep, they back off.
Yeah.
I think Twisted Minds will take this turtle once again. Unless James, thinking about it, throws out the Throne of Ruin into Ryzen's blade and his Ducati as they jump through. finding Tracy, hitting him with that tsunami slam. Glorious Pathway trying to save himself. And
okay.
Lance taken down first. They're coming in. And there's the blading the wet by Natsuki, taking out MP. 2 for 1 the trade, but Twisted Minds still get the big one.
There is that synergy. Whoa, mid lane. Tracy pops a Glorious Pathway. Should be fine. Perksiva quite low too. These arrows, man, they're a problem.
Whoa! And that Mingwin caught out. Could have sworn he was going to be fine. And now up top, Natsuki forced the BMI through. Now Tracy and Nausha going to hunting. BMI will not expire. Blazing the wet used defensively. Arrow coming through.
Whoa!
Oh my God, Rise then runs over Nausha.
Here's James.
Smart Mega's not done. Flames and fade away. Throne of Ruin catches no one.
Nausha.
They're down overall, but he's up on Nausha. Netsky's saving up money like he's buying Ram.
Hey man, Rams expensive.
Oh, Tsunami Slam answered here by a Glorious Pathway. A little too late because Tracy goes down.
And this combo with the Mystic Gush is going to be key for Smart Omega. Surprisingly, even with these picks, Twisted still somehow holding on to some economy lead. They're going to try to get this tier 1 down.
Oh, Lansu here knocked up, still holding on to that.
Oh.
And there's a Blazing the Wet at the back line, finding Sean. Netsky is bloodthirsty, and they spot Nausha. Nausha does drop the Zaman Force, dashing through, taking down Netsky, serving up to Lance.
MP!
And then comes MP from the sides, taking down Perks. Now Ryzen looking to repair the situation. Does find Nausha, just a few more swipes, and there's the charge. He finds him, but the rest of his teammates are nowhere to be found. Ryzen, you can't take this, not 3v1.
Meaning this is anyone's game. Good way to tell. Look at the economy of the mid laners. Problem is, for Omega, they don't have a lot of map to work with.
Whoop. Deep into the pit. He calls it in. Ryzen secures the last minute knock up. The Zaman Force. Lansu very low. There's a Tsunami Slam. James falls. Everything scores. Netsky looking to take down MP. And now Nausha gets popped by Ryzen. Dean runs him over. And now MP running for his life. Mingwin, Ryzen and Perk.
Oh!
Projectile thrown out. Fade away, but MP the King will survive.
Locks in his core items on the Salas.
Yeah.
He is leading that front side.
Oh, wow. Omega are blitzing it. Sean is way too far off. Tsunami Slam 101. Calling in Barbiel as well. Gosh! Massive retribution securing the back line. Lansu gets taken down. MP the King running for his life. Netsky and Ryzen. They shut down MP. And James bullying Tracy out of the fight.
Closer to a 6-0 Claude Day 1 playoffs.
Lord crashes through. Tracy slowing it down. Ryzen calls his Ducati. Nausha calls it in early. The Zaman Force top lane inhibitor falls. And another Blazing the Wet. Coming into the back line. Nausha is going to go down. And now the base up next. Nausha's already taken out. Smart Omega are at match point.
Better draft win.
Okay, so Sora, Wolf, just some final thoughts about it. Ano sa tingin mo yung benefit of having that Sora in the lineup?
Having the Sora means na meron kang pang turtle dito para sa side na.
With a lot of the strength of the Omega lineup, Twisted Minds has a lot of forcers like this. They can force things out very easily.
Oh, but the response is lethal. Look at this, James. In lightning form, looks to take out Tracy! And he draws first blood. Now it's Lanzu's turn, gets knocked up. Mingwin Crimson Beacon just to be safe. And James gets on out of there, skedaddles.
Man, James gets a kill and gets his life secured. Can they secure the turtle? That's the question. Oh, Lancer? Quite
Another
low.
slam on Patrick Star. Oh, that is retribution range and Ryzen with a clean take. That's clean Dean.
Yeah,
Oh,
and Nausha getting far. And being able to Blazing the Wet.
Which hasn't that been a problem throughout the series that we've been talking about?
Oh, a gush out of Sean. I'm
Yikes.
pretty sure he was just trying to clean out that brush. And Tracy gets knocked up. There's the
James.
Blazing the Wet out of nowhere. Nausha, he can't save Tracy. Down goes MP, and so does Lansu. And Ryzen secures the Sky Piercer on the exit. Turtle number 2 goes over to the barangay.
Sora, the fact that they still decided to go Guinevere here against the Jushin and Khalid, perplexing.
Wow.
The one-man solution.
Yeah. And also, tier 2 down bottom, already falling.
Massive.
All right, here we go. Twisted Mind starting it up, but they get punished instead. Tracy picked off. Shifty Skies by Big Game James. They're hunting down Lansu. And the choke down, Patrick Star forced to take a dirt nap. Double kill for Clean Dean.
And charging into this bottom turret. TWISITED doesn't want anything to do with this, man. They're hesitant themselves to go forward.
Yeah.
Because they can't. Trace is
James?
not a traditional roamer. James displaces Lansu. They squish Patrick Star in the second
Tracy!
half. And in comes Tracy. Blazing Duet coming in. Tracy gets taken down by Ryzen. 2 men down, 3 defenders left. Mid lane next. Gush coming through for Sean. Pulls it back.
Nothing you can do there. The missing Gush is gone. Are they looking to end?
Perxiva coming through. MP the King calls in Barbiel, mingling with the Crimson Beacon. Omega, most of them at half health. It looks like they will force the issue. Neski drops his Diamond Force. No minions. Twisted Minds clear it out.
To be smart, Omega. This Malefic gun, I don't know if it's going to be enough for Nasha, but him and Sean can clear things out. They got to deal with this Lord. There's the conceal play. They're pushing this one in further.
In comes Tracy, but he gets bursted down quickly. Nasha looking for the Hail Mary play. Down goes Sean, and Ryzen gets picked off. But MP the King falls as well.
That's it.
And now Lansu holding on for dear life. The Hail Mary bounce. It's not going to be enough. And in comes the Barangay as they make their way out of the play-in.